really, I assure you, you got over really, really well. Okay, so thank you very much for being down here at Apter's Alley, and come on, I know you're electrifying, but I'm on? Okay, hello everyone. This is Bill Apter down here at Apter's Alley. Lots of stuff going on. That guy, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment and pro wrestling, and just about anything he does turns to gold. The comeback on Monday Night Raw on the 25th of January 2016. The Rock making a surprise appearance, and the just the entire routine that he did with New Day was absolutely hysterical. They were just perfect foils for him. And, you know, they had the unicorn, well, we can't say the word, they said it, but we're a PG site, and we're not going to say the word that is part of the male anatomy between the right leg and the left leg. We're not going to go there. But it's just a lot of fun to see him back, and the way that the crowd of Miami reacted to him, and also how he took time to help put over, and they don't need to be put over, but it's always good to have an endorsement, to put over his relatives, the Usos. Did you notice, though, he didn't talk about Roman Reigns at all, and he's a relative of Roman Reigns. Just great to see him again. So they announced at the beginning of the show that Vince McMahon and Stephanie McMahon, his daughter, announced that they would pick the winner of the main event at WWE's next pay-per-view on the WWE Network, which is only $9.99, of course. The winner of that main event would go on to face the World Heavyweight Champion, Triple H, the husband of Stephanie McMahon, and the son-in-law, of course, of Mr. Vince McMahon, Vincent K. McMahon. Just want to make sure if he's watching this, he likes the K included in this. But the winner of that match, whoever impresses them tonight, the winner of that particular match would go on to face Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. And finally, Stephanie came out, and she was very impressed at the way that Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns wiped out the League of Nations, pretty much, putting Rusev through the table. That was old-time Shield stuff, and it looked absolutely great, of course. So it's been announced now that the main event at WWE's Fastlane will be a triple threat match. It will be Dean Ambrose against Roman Reigns against Brock Lesnar. And Lesnar, very conspicuous by his absence tonight. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know how he just got thrown in the mix like that. I would have preferred, this is just me, I would have preferred just to see Roman Reigns against Dean Ambrose. But that's not what's going to happen. But the two brothers, so to say, from the Shield are going to be facing one another. Okay, got lots of afterthoughts to talk about. Rusev, even though he was laid out tonight, every time I see that guy, for you fans of the old school pro wrestling days, he would have made such a monster opponent for Bruno Sammartino or Pedro Morales. You agree? Yeah, because I think so. Is WWE turning now more toward pro wrestling than entertainment? That's the question. And I ask this because for the past few months there have been a lot of good quality wrestling matches. And on this edition of Raw on the 25th of January 2016, Chris Jericho and AJ Styles had an excellent wrestling match. Excellent wrestling match. And it's just great to see pro wrestling taking place on a sports entertainment show. Now, let's talk about AJ Styles. Am I thrilled to see him in WWE? Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Now, WWE has mentioned that he's been in Japan, and I think they've mentioned Ring of Honor, maybe not, but we can. And the one thing they haven't mentioned, of course, for all the years that he was in TNA, and he was like the face of TNA. So WWE's got him right now, and they're trying to make him a huge megastar, and he doesn't need a lot of help at this point. Let me ask you a question. Do you think, and you can leave a comment here, do you think that AJ Styles is the second coming of either Chris Jericho? Because JBL tonight said when he saw AJ Styles against Jericho, it was like AJ was looking or Jericho was looking in the mirror. Or is AJ Styles maybe the second coming of Daniel Bryan? See, now that's a match I would have loved to have seen. But let me know. I mean, Jericho and AJ Styles both so perfectly schooled in the Japanese style of wrestling, and it was really good. It was really good to see a pro wrestling match. Now, a lot of people said, again, it's about time AJ Styles came to WWE. He's been there before, and I want to make sure I get this right, so I'm going to read the notes that I looked up. He made 2 appearances in WWE. In 2006, he was on WWF Metal, and he lost against the Hurricane. And in a dark match to the January 27, 2002 episode of SmackDown, he was defeated by Rico Constantino. So he's come a long way, and he deserves it. All right, so jumping around to some other afterthoughts here. Very sad to learn that Archie Gouldie, the man who portrayed the character, the Mongolian Stomper, and just the Stomper as well, died just a few days ago. I knew him fairly well, traveled with him in Japan, and also knew him when he wrestled in Florida and Tennessee. He had been ill for a while, and want to wish our condolences to the family and friends of Archie Gouldie. He certainly will be missed. From Chris Elner, who's the maven of Lucha Libre news, he sends in some sad news. Mario Mejia Jimenez, famously known as the original Espectorito, passed away on January 23rd at the age of 49 years old due to an undisclosed illness or undisclosed causes. By the way, speaking of that date, and let me just double check my records here to make sure that, yeah, same date, January 23rd. That was the date, and everybody's been very quiet about this. That was the date that, where is he? Well, not this guy, but the Hulk Hogan, not Hollywood Hulk Hogan, defeated the Iron Sheik at Madison Square Garden to become the WWE heavyweight champion. And it was a night that changed pro wrestling forever. And very, very little fanfare has been made of this fact. So I just want to point out that just happened. We had an anniversary on January 23rd. So Hulk Hogan, if you're watching this, we remember. We really do. Okay, let's take a look here. Big news that we broke this week. James Storm from TNA will be making a special appearance on April 2nd, which is the Saturday of WrestleMania weekend. He will be doing an autograph signing and a Q&A hosted by moi at WrestleCon. So for complete details on that, you can go to the WrestleCon website, or you can go to the Facebook of Gimmick Tree Entertainment, which is run by agent Charlie Armstrong, who's been booking me for a lot of book tour stops. The next book tour stop that I will have right now, as of right now, is Wrestling Fixed. I didn't know it was broken. Will be March 5th. and that will be at the big event in New York City. Go to Google, look up the big event, New York City, and I hope you'll be there. And then March 13th, my very first Barnes & Noble appearance, Willow Grove, Pennsylvania, right in my neighborhood. So look that up too, and hopefully you'll show up. Also, this coming weekend, depending upon when you're watching this, on the 29th and 30th, Mr. Armstrong's Modern Vintage Wrestling will be hosting 2 shows in Belmont, North Carolina, and there'll be one in Wilmington, North Carolina. And they're going to crown a Modern Vintage heavyweight champion. Also, Jimmy Hart, the Mouth of the South. I love to do my imitation. Baby, we love you. He will be there. Tommy Dreamer, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Go to the Gimmick Tree Entertainment Facebook page to find out all the information about it. Maryland Championship Wrestling had to cancel their Extreme Anniversary this past weekend because of the giant snowstorm, and fans were going to meet the Hardys and to meet me for a book signing as well, and the snowstorm got them out of here. Rescheduled date, February 13th. Go to MarylandWrestling.com. You'll get all the details on Extreme Anniversary. I will not be there on that particular date, and I am a former Maryland Championship Wrestling Hall of Famer. Or, well, current, too. You're not former. You keep that. But I will be back there on another date to be announced fairly soon. Want to wish good luck to Nikki Bella. Thursday, which will be the 27th of January 2016, she is going in for what could be career-ending neck surgery. It's like a broken neck. It's been reported on WWE. So we want to wish her. She's a real sweetheart. I really like her, and hopefully her guy John Cena will be there as well, taking care of her. But good luck, Nikki. We love you. By the way, during the Royal Rumble, were you as shocked as I was that Brock Lesnar didn't go crazy and just beat the crap out of the Wyatts afterwards? I want to go back to the Royal Rumble. 100-star match. It could have been ECW in its prime. Last man standing match, Dean Ambrose against KO Kevin Owens. A million thumbs up if I had them. Absolutely incredible match that old school ECW fans and new school people who watched those old ECW tapes absolutely loved. It was absolutely fantastic. We're getting a lot of Vince McMahon because the ratings are going up. The fans have not asked for a lot of Vince McMahon, but we're getting a lot of Vince McMahon. Again, as Eric Bischoff used to say, controversy equals cash. Controversial every time Mr. McMahon is up there. But what you people want, and wasn't even on Raw tonight, is more Sandow. He got one of the biggest pops of the night at the Royal Rumble. And no Sandow on Monday Night Raw, unless I missed it. I did make 1 or 2 rest stops. Nothing to do with my age, of course. That's life. And one last news item here. Want to wish a congratulations coming up in April. We have found out that, and it was announced on WWE Monday Night Raw, I think by JBL, that the Dudleys will be celebrating, not selling. The Dudleys, they do sell, but the Dudleys will be celebrating 20 years together. That's more than most marriages. So, then a lot of marriages. But we will do something special on the Dudliversary. I guess that's what we can call it. You know, I thought after seeing Bubba Ray as Bully Ray in TNA, that rhymes, doesn't it, that he'd be a top contender for the single contender for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Could that still happen? Who knows? We'll have to go down to Dudleyville and talk about it. Anyway, that's it. The Apter thoughts, random thoughts. This is Bill Apter. Is wrestling fixed? I didn't know it was broken. And a lot of you have asked me, where to get the hat? Email me at beapter@onewrestling.com. That's the number one, not the word. And hang on a minute. So maybe we can give this guy a little more airtime. I think he gets a lot of it. If you smell what I'm cooking, we'll see you at the matches. So, Sarge, I've been going around everywhere around the world trying to find out the answer to one question. And you know, I've been in this business for 50 years, but nobody's ever answered this for me. Okay? Are you ready? It's kind of like, all right.
Go ahead.
The question is, come on in a little bit with the video here. Is wrestling fixed?
Is wrestling fixed?
Yeah.
Is wrestling fixed?
Maybe he can tell me.
Why don't you put the microphone down there for a second?
This? Over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know it was broken, Maggot. I didn't know it was fixed.
Oh, cut!